How's it going, people of YouTube? I hope this update finds you well. I don't know why, but every time there's like I start a break or come back from a YouTube break or like something, even a small thing changes, I feel the need to make one of these updates. I think I've gone like 2 months at this point without making one, but anyway, if you watched my last update, you know that I said I was getting a new job as well as moving, and both those things happened. August was like the busiest month of my life. And I said I was going to be on break until October, at which point, you know, Spider-Man 2 would come out. And it's been a couple months, so I've taken 2 months out of that, but I have the time now to get back into recording, which is a good thing, but the reason why is unfortunate, which I'll get back to in a little bit. But anyway, I'm here in my new recording home. I have a much nicer townhouse now compared to my last condo. My last condo was fine, but this place is really, really nice. It is attached to my neighbors, which is a bit unfortunate, but I think there's enough padding between us to keep down any voices or like television noise. It sounds like right now, or as of like an hour ago, they were doing a little bit of like construction and hammering, which I had to pause my first recording session because of that, so that's unfortunate, but they seem to have quieted down the last like 20-30 minutes. So yeah, I managed to complete my moving at the end of August with a couple days left to spare, I think. We made pretty good progress in the first like 10 days of August, because I had to be out of my condo by the end of August. We made pretty good progress the first 10 days, then we kind of stalled. Then around like the 19th or 20th, we got a good amount of stuff back, and it's like, okay, there's just a handful of stuff left, but yeah, there was a little issue that came up, because in late August, I broke my toe, which wasn't too much of a problem. I broke my left small toe, the pinky toe, by the way, left foot, pinky, so yeah, I broke that by shoving it into a bed frame. Really stupid mistake. I just wasn't looking where I was going, and I was moving it too fast. That wasn't too much of a problem for the move, because I was mostly finished moving stuff anyway, and the stuff that I couldn't lift, the heavy stuff, I just got my dad and like my neighbor to help me finish moving, so that wasn't too much of an issue. But the bigger issue was the new job. When I broke the toe, I was about a month and a half into the new job, but I'd only done like, I don't know, 5 weeks worth of work, because there was a good amount of training. And this is a very physical job, and they have you on a 90-day probation, which a lot of jobs do, at least like jobs in a larger like corporation or other organization. If you go to like a mom and pop, like, I don't know, candy store, they're probably not going to have you on like a 90-day probation or whatever. But yeah, so I broke the toe, and I still had a month and a half left on that probation, at which, you know, the bosses are supposed to be watching your work, seeing how you're doing, what needs to be changed, what you're doing well, what you're not doing well. But I broke my toe, and I couldn't perform an 8-hour shift because it's a job that requires a good bit of walking and other physical stuff. I don't really want to go into what the job is exactly, so I'm going to keep it vague. But yeah, the point is I really couldn't do the job on a broken toe. I took as much sick time as I could. I think at the ER they gave me like 7 to 10 days off work, and I took 9 of those. But, you know, when I came back, I wasn't 100%, because this toe is going to take like 6 to 8 weeks to fully heal. As of my time recording this, it's been exactly 1 month, so I have about another month or maybe 2 weeks at the least to heal up. But yeah, my point is, I broke the toe, took a little bit of time off. I came back and tried to do as much as I could, but it wasn't working out, and I had doctor's notes saying like light duty. And so basically one day, my supervisor brought me in the office, and she's like, so look, it's terrible that this happened, but you're on a 90-day probation, and we're supposed to be monitoring your work and seeing how you're doing, just able to see what you're capable of. And when you're not able to perform a full shift, we can't do that. So They gave me two options. Option A was to try and stay and work as hard as I could, and it wasn't likely that I would get a good review and be kept on the job at the end of the 90 days. So I could either try and make it work and honestly probably not succeed, or they said you can resign now and come back when you're healed up. Because the company I'm working for is they're constantly hiring and like need more people. There's pretty much always an open spot there. So I took a couple days to sit on it and I decided to resign. And it sounds like they want me back. It sounds like they were happy with the work that I did do in the 5 weeks that I was able to do work on the job. So that's good. And it's like I'm pretty worried about being unemployed. I have been before, but I was a younger adult and I was still covered by like my parents' insurance, which now I'm not. But I do have like Medi-Cal, basically, long story short. So as long as nothing catastrophic happens, I should be okay. I don't really even need like a follow-up to check in on my toe. So long as I'm like... Basically, if you ever get a broken toe, just tape the two toes together. And what you can also do if you want to go an extra mile is swap the foot between hot water and cold water. And that change in temperature will, I guess, strengthen the bones and speed up the healing process. So if you ever get a broken toe, that's what you're going to want to do. I'm not a doctor, but you can verify that with whatever medical professional you would prefer. So yeah, point is, I'm currently unemployed, which really sucks, but the good news is I have enough money saved up to pay my expenses for quite a while, so I'm not going to be on the streets or anything. Yeah, and I have, a pretty open door at the job to go back when I'm healed up. I'll probably apply in like late October, so once I'm fully healed and once I'm able to walk for probably hours, I should be able to walk for hours before I head back into it. But yeah, the point is, I now have about a month at least, probably more, of spare time on my hands, so I've got plenty of time to do some recording and other hobbies I want to pursue. I'm going to try not to spend too much money in this time period, but when October 20th comes around, I've got Spider-Man 2 I want to purchase and record, and I have Mario Wonder that I want to just buy and play. So my wallet's going to take a pretty big hit on that day, but regardless, even though it does suck to be without a job, that is kind of one of my big fears of not having a job and not having a safety net, but luckily this time I do have a pretty big safety net of just having a good amount of money saved up, and it sounds like the job wants me back. They want me back there once I'm all healed up, so I'm not letting it get me down, and that being the case, I've already recorded one session of RE4 Separate Ways that came and released pretty quick, which was a pleasant surprise. I was mulling over doing either that or Cyberpunk, but I feel like I'm a little more comfortable playing and recording Separate Ways. It's just like, it seems like it's going to be a shorter experience, so I'll be done with it before Spider-Man 2 comes out. And it seems like when I'm recording games, the ones that have like more simple mechanics tend to have a smoother playthrough, like RE4 compared to Cyberpunk. There's still plenty of mechanics I don't and did not understand about Cyberpunk, but regardless, videos are going to be back pretty soon. Hope you all are doing well. All things considered, I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to be okay, and I hope you are too. So have yourself a great day. Look forward for RE4 Separate Ways coming up pretty soon. And take care of yourself.